Yo, peace, peace. Wake, pray, live, love. Welcome back to another fellowship segment of Ripping on Two Wheels. Of course, y'all know me. If you follow me on Instagram, you know Trey B underscore on two. You see it right there in the corner. That side. You see it on that side in the corner right there. There we go. And like I said, this is the fellowship segment of Ripping on Two Wheels. Usually I'm doing some bike stuff, or I'm showing you some bike stuff, or maybe even riding. But from time to time, I like to bring another rider in and talk and kind of give you some insight into their lives, what led them to riding, and how motorcycling has continued to be a part of their lives. But first, let me tell you guys, in Ripping on Two Wheels news. No, just kidding. So yeah, about a week from today, I'll be leaving for Sturgis. I was gonna ride. Two things changed that. The biggest thing is my shoulder. I just went today and got some stuff done to my shoulder, so you'll see that now.
In here, about to get these cortisone injections in my shoulder. They make it seem like this shit hurts. Still got time to back out. I should be all right. I'm nervous though. I don't like shots, especially not in the back of my shoulder. The nurse is like, "Are you ready?" I'm like, she made it seem like this shit gonna hurt for real. I don't know. You gotta go in the back of my shoulder right here. Right in that muscle back there. Shit gonna hurt. I know it is. It'll be alright though.
And the other part of that was, unfortunately, my buddy KG will not be able to ride with me. He had some personal things come up that he needed to stay home and take care of, which I totally understand and totally respect. So, because the shoulder's acting up and I don't want to chance riding that far with this problem going on like it is right now, hopefully it's going to get better soon here. But I'm going to load it up on the back of the truck and I'm going to drive my truck there, unload it when I get there, and we'll enjoy it. And I'll load it back up and I'll bring it back home when I get done. And I know some of you are probably like, nah, man, ride it, ride it. But look, you know, I'm having an issue. It's days where it's hard for me to even ride around here, 2 hours right now. So until I'm 100% or at least 95%, I'm not going to be doing a lot of long distance riding. But like I said, it's getting better. Hopefully, the shots um, will make it better, make it feel better. I'm hoping. The doctor says she's probably, you know, 98% sure it's going to make it feel better with the therapy that I'm also taking for it. But yeah, Sturgis leaving on today is July 27th. I will be leaving for Sturgis on either August 3rd or August 4th, and we're going to enjoy it. As far as what else I got going on, you see me in Sturgis, you want a sticker, or if you just want to get a sticker pack from me, give me a shout. I'll get you a sticker pack out. There it is right there, the Ripping on Two Wheels YouTube stickers, and I got a couple other ones also. But yeah, I'll send you a sticker pack or sticker swap, whatever it is you want to do. Just let me know. You can hit me up, Trey B underscore on two. Excuse me, Trey B underscore on underscore two. I keep saying that wrong for some reason, but Trey B underscore on underscore two. Hit me up on Instagram, or you can leave a comment right here on YouTube below this video, and I'll get you a sticker pack out. Or if you want to do a sticker swap, we'll exchange information, and I'll get you some stickers out. So, growing up, a lot. Growing up, we've always heard the phrase "action speaks louder than words," and all through life, you hear people saying a lot, but no action. So as I've developed and nurtured my love and interest for motorcycling, I've come across a lot of the same. Some who walk it, or excuse me, some who talk it and walk it, but and some who do. So some who talk it, some who do. And in this segment, I'm going to be fellowshipping with a father, an educator, an artist, an influencer, a writer, one who, although I've not yet met in person, I've watched enough of his videos that I can honestly say two things about him. He talks it and he does it. So again, I'm gonna be fellowshipping in this segment of Ripping on Two Wheels with none other than Just G-Kue. So y'all stay tuned. That's coming up next. Peace. So how's it going, brother? You good?
Can't complain, man. Another long day at work, and all I do is think about motorcycles.
Yeah,
That's
that's what's up.
it. That's all I think about.
I think lately, man, that's all I've been thinking about as well. Nothing but riding, some planning, just trips.
Hmm.
I don't even watch TV anymore, man. All I do is jump on YouTube, watch everybody else's videos. But that's my TV.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
So it's like, man, it's kind of like, it's a pleasure, man, for you even taking the time, man. Like I said, I've watched so many of your videos, brother, and it's a pleasure to have you on here talking to me and just kind of fellowshipping for a little bit.
Oh man, it's. I mean, I a lot of people say things of that nature, and like for me, it's still kind of surreal that people would even like hold me in that kind of regard because like when I when I when I started my when I was intent when I wanted to be real intentional about my YouTube channel. At first, it was just kind of like just something I wanted to just play around with, and then I started. It's like okay, well, I'm gonna really be intentional, and I changed my Instagram name, changed my YouTube name, and it was just like, man, I'm just gonna be GQ, and I'm no better than anybody that I meet. I don't think I'm this person. I don't have a big head. I'm extremely humble. And every time I hear someone speak to me or speak of me in that kind of regard, it always just kind of it blows my mind because like I'm literally just GQ.
Yeah. So I like to start off by asking, and I know what you ride, but what do you ride, and how long have you been riding?
So I've been riding since 2008. 2008 was my first motorized bike. I always had a passion for just like bikes in general.
Oh yeah.
Me and the neighborhood kids just get out and just ride pedal bikes all over the city. So I always had a love for two wheels. But 2008, I bought a CBR 600, and but currently I have 2016 Road Glide and I have a 2011 Road King.
Okay, the King and the Glide. Which one? I know which one's your favorite. I know which one's your favorite.
Road Glide, baby.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Road Glide.
Now, have you ever had any other Harleys besides those two?
Yeah, my first Harley was a 2001 Road King. Um, and it just, that bike allowed me to really see how big the Harley community is, or just the bagger community. I don't even limit it to Harley, but the bagger community in general. And after that, I sold it, and I sold it because I didn't know much about it. I sold it. I put a Shinko tire on the back, and I was getting this weird wobble. I was like, man, my bike messed up. My bike messed up. I ain't know nothing about it. It was just a tire. And looking back, I knew it was the tire. But I sold it, and I bought a 2011 Street Glide. And I started rolling around with the Street Glide, and it's like, man, I want a Road Glide. It's like, I don't know, it's just something about the Road Glide. I felt like it fit, and sold that. I did it up all nice, painted it, rims and all that good stuff, and sold it and bought the Road Glide and haven't turned back since. I had a soft tail, bought a soft tail, sold a soft tail, and then got the Road King.
Yeah, my first bike was my Victory. I bought it last May, April sometime. So that
Mm-hmm.
was the first bike I bought. I went back like maybe 3 months later. I bought a 2016 Street Glide,
Mm-hmm.
and then my wife has a 2021 883.
Mm.
And I learned how to ride when I was in the Army, and it wasn't even I didn't ride for a long time. I just rode around the barracks a couple times. Then my buddy had a bike. He let me ride it just through the neighborhood a little bit. Didn't ride again for 20 years, man, until I bought my Victory
Mm.
last year. And it all, again, it all came from, watching you, watching Queen sit, the 2 Lane Life guys, just watching all you guys inspired me to get a bike and start planning for long trips.
You know, like it's still just like hearing that. Still, just like it messes with me, man. Just like hearing somebody just like you inspired me to want to take long trips and things like that. And for me, I didn't have like I watch people on YouTube myself. Like I'm like I was watching well I saw a lot of Big Cell. I
Yeah,
was watching a lot of him. I didn't see he didn't do a whole lot of like how we do now, like really documenting the ride. Like he would go and then I'm here and then like talk about the experiences and how to prepare and things like that. So I watched a lot of his videos to kind of like I guess gain the confidence. And then for me, once I got out, I'm like, man, people need to know like it's okay. People need to know how to do some of these things. People need to see, what happens on these trips. So like when I do my trips, like I try not to cut like the bad stuff out. Like I'm gonna show the
yeah,
breakdowns. I'm gonna show, us wrenching on the bikes and things happen. I'm gonna show riding in the rain and stuff like it's a real experience and you have to prepare yourself uh, to do those experiences, and that's how you become uncomfortable. The more you prepare yourself, the more you're comfortable. My first ride on my Road King, when I first bought it, the next week, never been on the bag, but the next week I went to the Lone Star Rally out in Galveston, and I didn't have nothing but the shiny peanut helmet. Not even like the DOT one. It was like the little real like the novelty one. I had
yeah.
that, a pair of shades, in my clothes, and I just got on a bike, rolled out there, and the guys I rode out there with, it's like, man, we leaving. I'm like, leaving? All that mean we just got here. I'm tired. Like I wasn't used to riding. From my house is like 6.5 hours. What I was like, I'm tired. We rode out here. It's hot. I want to rest. It's like, well, there's a storm coming in. I'm like, storm. I was like, man, well, I'll be all right. And got out the next day, maybe 30 minutes into the ride, sky fell out. Boom. And
Man,
I'm talking about it was miserable. I didn't have no rain gear. I didn't have helmet. I didn't have like nothing. I was just getting beat. It was so bad. We stopped at the gas station in Lake Charles and a guy got off his bike and gave me his rain gear. Like he's like, here man, you need this more than me. I'm about to put mine on the trailer. Like, take this because obviously like you going through it. So yeah, I felt like there was a need for people to see um, those different types of scenarios and stuff and how to prepare for them. So that's kind of how I started the channel or why I started the channel, and then it's kind of just like evolved into me doing more of like the storytelling aspect of it.
yeah. And that's kind of what I enjoy. I like to see, I like to hear, what you're saying, or what's going through your mind or how you were feeling. And the other day I went back and I was watching the video when you went to I want to say you went to Tampa
Hmm.
to the some jamboree or something.
Hmm.
He was with the cat. He had the green street glide
Yeah.
and the phone falling off and him catching it and all that stuff, just like all that. Like that's what I like to see, and
Yeah.
and I also like I don't recall exactly how I came across your page, or if it was on YouTube first, or I mean on Instagram first, or on YouTube first, but I remember one of the first videos I was watching was a video about you were talking about what to keep on your bike,
Mm-hmm.
things to keep on your bike or to have with you when you're rolling or whatever. I think it was like a little compressor or something, or uh,
Mm-hmm.
the uh, I forgot what I'm trying to say. But I remember you were talking. Those are like some of the videos I've seen. You were talking about the helmets, just kind of giving the little
Right.
videos, reviews and stuff like that. So those are some of the first videos that I've seen of you. And then I remember when you went to California,
Mm-hmm.
and from that video right there, from that whole California trip, that's when I was like hooked, and I was just locked in all the time, because when you cross the border, your emotions, it was so live and just authentic. The emotions came out, and that was something that really, like, man, this man right here, I gotta continue to watch this man. Talk about that trip, man. Talk about that trip a little bit, because that was like a big trip for you.
Man, uh, like it seemed like it was yesterday. I mean, it was literally like last summer. But I always like once I started riding and like venturing out, like that was one of my main goals was to get out to the West Coast on a bike. I wanted to do it. I used to tell people like, hey, I'm going to do it, and is tell my mom, which is not my biological mom, but she was my mother, and I would always, tell her like, "Hey, I'm going to California. I'm going to ride to California," and she'd always, look at me crazy, or say something smart like, "You ain't going to do all that." Like, yes, I am. Yes, I'm going to do this. And the trip came up, and I mean, I must have spent like 2 weeks, like just trying to like make sure I had everything. Like I overpacked. I mean, I had so much camera gear. I had stuff. I just had stuff because I didn't want to miss anything. I didn't want to and it was just so amazing to me because I've always lived in the South. I've lived in the South my whole life. I've lived in Louisiana my whole life. And we don't get a chance, and a lot of people, what's made it kind of really emotional for me is as I'm riding past and I'm seeing the landscapes change. I'm looking at these mountains and these valleys and the desert and just everything, and it's just like, man. And I started getting emotional because I'm like, there's a lot of people back home that will never get a chance to see the things that I'm seeing. And when we got close to the border, when I see the state sign, I'm like, man, we made it. And then it came out and started thinking about it, like, and I just happened to be recording on my Instagram, and it just came out like that. And
I made it, mom. I made it. I told you I was gonna do it.
man,
Oh, yeah.
like even every time I watch it, like even when I go back and watch my own video, like I still kind of like get choked up, like damn.
Oh, yeah.
Like it was very real, but I had an amazing time, and I had a lot of people like back home like following me on a journey. It's crazy. Uh, like people follow you, but then they don't follow you. Like they're like, yeah, he doing this little, he going out there, and people start tuning in, and they're like, okay, well, he's here now, he's there now, he's there. So by the time I got to Cali, when I'm going live, like I got like 100 something people on my live. I'm like, damn, I ain't never get that many people on the live before. I'm usually like, my same 5, 10 people. And but it was amazing. I love the West Coast. I tell anybody like I rather go west. Let me go with everything in the south, southeast looks pretty much the same. West, you gonna get everything. You gonna get forest, desert, mountains, hills, valleys, everything. And yeah, I can't wait to go back.
You'll get that just in Texas alone.
Man,
Forest, desert, city, everything just in Texas.
yeah,
So compared to California, you just went to Canada. You went north this time.
yeah.
So, and I said in my intro, I said you talk it and you do it. And I remember you
Mm,
talking about it, and then it seemed like it was just a week later that you were doing it.
mm,
And I followed every Instagram right there looking at it.
yeah.
Live looking at it, So what do you prefer? I know you said you prefer west, but how was the ride going north?
It. I mean, I took a traditional route. When I'm by myself, I try to stick to the main interstate because I'm still fairly new. Like I got a lot of experience, but in my mind, I'm still like a baby in the game. Uh, so in my preparation, I try to stick to my main interstates and things like that in case something happens, somebody can get to me fairly quick, so on and so forth. So I went straight up. I want to say 59, and I went from my house in New Orleans to Birmingham, Huntsville, Nashville, uh, Detroit, and then I stopped, and then I went into Canada, and then I went east to Toronto, which was like another 5 hours from there, and I enjoyed it. Crossing the border and actually getting on Canadian soil, even though it's not that far, it's still surreal because it hits you like, hey, damn, I'm in another country. Like just a few steps ago, a few minutes ago, I was back in the U.S., but like now I'm in Canada. I was like, damn. But once I got out of the city part, it was real beautiful. It was more, or I don't want to say organic. It's you get to see nature. It's a lot of nature out there, like a lot of unmolested areas of the country. You really get to see, and the smell is distinctly different, in my opinion. It
A lot,
smells a lot cleaner.
a lot cleaner
Smells
and fresher, baby. Yeah.
smells way fresher, way more fresh, and it was nice. It was nice. I can't say which one I would prefer because I prefer going on adventures. So whatever there's an adventure, that's what I prefer. So
Oh,
both of them I will hold equal because they're two distinct different things.
yeah. I'm excited. I got this Sturgis trip coming up, and it was just something that it's like I just planned. We planned it. We were actually gonna go to California first, and
Mm-hmm.
I just said, let's go ahead and just knock Sturgis off the list, get it done, and
Mm-hmm.
we don't ever have to go anymore if we don't want to. So I'm headed there. Actually, next week I'm leaving there. I haven't really decided yet. I've been dealing with this shoulder issue, so I haven't decided fully if I'm gonna, ride the whole way. If I'm gonna just do the easy way and put it on my truck and just drive it up there like that. I want to ride it,
Mm-hmm.
but I don't know how my shoulder's gonna hold up. I just, did some stuff today. I've been doing physical therapy, trying to get it taken care of to make sure I'm good. So I don't know how it's gonna hold up, but
Gotta
it'll
take
be,
care of yourself.
yeah. Going there next week, I'm excited. I want to see the Mount Rushmores and the Black Hills and all that stuff. I'm just so excited to see that, man. Just that a different, different scene,
Right.
different scene. So I know you're part of Rare Breed.
Mm-hmm.
What made you gravitate towards joining the club?
So I was if you remember the Tampa trip, I was in another club on that Tampa trip. I wasn't in Rare Breed when I started the YouTube channel, contrary to some people. I was with my old club, and I just wanted more. And in the midst of me wanting more, I was getting out by myself. And I didn't, and to be perfectly honest, I didn't know nothing about a rare breed. I didn't know, like I said, I'm still a baby in the game. I'm a baby to the MC set in general. So I didn't know anything about these clubs. And me just out riding and exploring, I'm just meeting, people. And I'm running into guys from rare breed. And each interaction was always super positive for me. I've had guys like pay for my gas at gas stops. I've had guys just be so warm
Oh yeah.
and just embracing it in general. It wasn't, who that is, or the case. Like I've been on the road running to them, and then like they're like, hey, we going the same way. Like you come ride in with us,
Yeah.
Of course in the back, but you can
Oh,
come,
yeah.
ride with us, and after a while, I'm just like, what I got to do, and doing my research and things like that. I just wanted to keep the standard high. That's my thing, because it's a motorcycle riding club. I will say that they ride motorcycles for real, and that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to ride motorcycles for real. Somewhere, not made it to Arizona, y'all, and this wind is disrespectful, extremely disrespectful. They going around a little bit, but I mean it's something else, man. I'm literally like this on the highway.